Welcome to Prompted and Unfiltered, where a group of business owners discuss pain points, even ours. See if we can help each other out and get AI's perspective. This week, we'll dive into a pain point that I have. Can AI help us solve it?
Is it your face? Because probably not.
Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty much my face. So, no, I have been.
That was so mean. I'm sorry. I feel terrible for
No, you
that.
don't. No, you don't. You don't feel terrible at all. You're just kind of jealous of the beard, and I accept it. It's fine.
It's true. It's true.
Doesn't hurt my feelings. So I've been struggling with my Facebook followers, like trying to grow my social media. I've been in business for 3 years now, a little over 3 years. And I think I'm only at 260, 270 followers. It's frustrating because I know, we offer great products in my business, but it's hard to gain organic traffic if nobody sees it. So, if we don't get it resolved, my team's going to have to continue to make 100 calls a day just to gain new business, hit our sales goals. We do currently post consistently. We do Facebook Reels, static post, run a few ads. I think it'd be great to get to 1,000 followers. But the problem is, the only restriction I have is I can't run giveaways for follower counts. You think AI can help us with this?
I think it can, but one thing that I think we should expand upon here real quick is the difference between marketing for leads and marketing for branding, right? Because those are two different things. And I think that, to your point of kind of what you're talking about, like, how are you turning that into phone calls? I think we need to be specific here, because what you're trying to do with this marketing thing is, like, for this pain point, is you're trying to turn it into phone calls to the office and not branding. Because I think that AI can very easily solve some branding issues, but I would be interested to see what it says about how to turn that into true ROI, like true measurable calls to the office.
I think if you're focused on, I understand what you're saying there. I think if you focus on quality reels and quality post, that can help organically, get people to see you in your branding side as well. That way, whenever you are running your marketing, you are doing your ads, you're putting up your billboards, so the recognition comes in. I think that'll help bring in leads as well, just by building that followership. Do you disagree with that?
No, not at all. I think that it kind of goes hand in hand in a lot of ways. But I do think that as we're kind of, with our topic of marketing and pain points, one of my biggest pain points with marketing is really locking in the difference between lead generating marketing and branding marketing, right? Branding marketing, I think, is a lot easier of a tactic to solve than lead generation. Lead generation can be, and I would venture to say that this is for a lot of businesses, even outside of our industry, right? We're in insurance. But a lot of businesses, I would imagine, struggle with, like, hey, people know I'm here now because I post, I do all this funny stuff, but how are we turning this into something that brings actual business to my business? And, I think that can be a really big pain point, not just for us, but for a lot of people.
I think that can be a great pain point for you, but currently I've got to get those people to see me. I've got to get that branding going, right? I've got to get to the 1,000 follower mark, or even higher is where my current pain point is just getting that branding going on my Facebook page.
So I have a question for you.
Then I can worry about the lead generation in the future. I got to get them there first.
Well, but is this a chicken and egg situation where the more you focus on generating leads, the more people are sharing your posts, and the more people sharing your post results in more followers?
No.
Yeah, no, you don't think so?
Maybe, right? I'm not going to. Maybe. I'm just going to say no because you disagree with me on this. But.
No, I was agreeing with you. I was just asking the question.
Maybe. Let's see what AI says, and then we can discuss further. But let's see if it can solve both their problems real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we asking? How can I generate more followers?
On my business Facebook page.
Well, here's the problem.
It'll work for any industry.
Yeah, let's see what it comes up with. I think it's going to be more directly towards book sales on
That's
mine.
fine.
Alright, so there's a couple things. Couple steps. The first step is the fundamental step. So, completing your profile, for one, make sure everything's filled out. And then invite your network. So, your personal friends, your family, all your customers, and ask them to share on their page. So, you've done all that, I think.
So there is a key piece there, and maybe we can discuss this and figure it out. I've got 262 followers. Most of them probably came from my personal network, my friends, my family, colleagues. But that customer piece,
All the fake profiles that you created.
all the fake profiles that I created, yes, exactly. That's how you increase your social media awareness. Just create a ton of fake profiles and go for it. Currently, I'll just go ahead and throw this out there. Brittany has like 400 subscribers to her website, and she hasn't even launched her thing because I've been sending myself so many test emails over the last week. I'm about to rack up on all of these coupon codes she's about to give out when she launches her website. I even have emails that redirect to emails that's giving coupon codes at this point.
Wow.
But so I guess I don't know how to ask my customers to follow my Facebook page. We have a poster in the lobby with a QR code that, says, hey, scan this, like us on Facebook, follow us here. We have a few that follow us, but maybe there's a bigger approach there. What do you guys think? Donnie, what do you do do you get your customers to follow your Facebook page? Have you built a process around that?
I've not built a process yet. What I've been doing is I don't have very many. I had my old page before we moved here. I think I had around 100 followers, and they were pretty much just customers that I've had in the past, and I wasn't really pushing getting people to that page. When I did a new page for this new area, I've been running a few ads, and as people like things from those ads, I invite them to like my page from there, and I've been gaining a few here and there from that. But other than that, I don't really have anything structured to work on that yet. But that is one of my pain points. Also, is getting more followers and also leads.
So you say you invite people that like your ads or your posts to follow
Yep.
your page.
Correct.
I've never tried that. I mean, that seems beneficial. Like we have some reels that we send out.
Well, you can. I don't know how you're running yours, but when I run my ads, it tells me all that information, like who liked it, and there's automatically an invite button right next to their name when I go in there. Under it's under the professional dashboard. When you go in the reactions to your post, it'll tell you who liked it or whatever, and then right next to their name, there's an invite button. So I just every day I look, and if there's a new like, I just hit the invite button.
Okay, daily inviting people that like your content. I definitely want to look into that because I think that can help. Patrick, what do you have any advice for me on what I might be able to do to make my social media better, other than taking my face off because I'm keeping that there? I'm just going to eliminate it before you get a chance at this point.
Oh my goodness. I know. I make a lot of jokes on here, but that one I was like, I crossed the line here. I'm really not an expert in social media. I'll be honest. I'm just kind of restarting my Facebook, and I was looking at it just a few minutes ago, and I actually have this almost the same amount of followers as I do friends, and I don't have that many friends on there, so it's definitely way less than 500.
I can tell. I know
Not
why
way
you
less,
don't have
but-
any friends on there. I can give you advice to solve that problem.
Because I don't ever post
Or
anything.
you're an asshole.
My Facebook. Well, yeah, there's always that, but a lot of these people don't know that.
I don't know why I'm asking
I
Patrick.
don't post anything.
I don't know why I would ask Patrick for Facebook advice. Did you guys see his Facebook post earlier?
No.
No.
I have
Okay,
not
cool.
been on
Patrick,
Facebook
would you like to enlighten us on what you're currently doing? Let's hear this story.
Yeah. So I was crunching a bunch of data in ChatGPT like a lot, and I was kind of like I hit the point where I was like, all right, I'm done. I need something to lighten my load because I was stressing myself out. And somebody who shall remain nameless was texting me about how they were fighting with ChatGPT. So I decided to just try to have some fun, kind of lighten my mood for a little bit. So I asked ChatGPT how I could take over the United States because that seems like a worthwhile endeavor. A lot of people seem to have done it, and now, like, why can't it be my turn? So ChatGPT,
52 to be precise, as far as presidents, if that's the direction we're going. That's probably not the right number because you know how I.
That's not the right number.
It's-
We're like
it's not the right number, but
54. I skipped it.
I was gonna let it go. I think it's less than that, but I'm not gonna be an asshole here. So, but anyway, it gave me a theme, and based on the things that I talked to it about, my theme is definitely barbecue. So we're launching we're launching a new political party, officially endorsed by our podcast here. It is definitely barbecue themed. Well, I lost 2 votes there. But our party is called the Smokehouse Unity Party, abbreviated as SUP. United we stand, divided we grow. Our mascot is a bald eagle wielding tongs and a spatula perched on a smoked brisket.
okay.
Who doesn't want to vote for that? The strategy that it laid out was pretty rock solid. You start off winning some barbecue competitions, end up as president. Not a bad plan.
No.
Seems really easy when it lays it out. Now, it did say that if I want to maintain control of the country, I need to start by renaming every state, and then it gave me a list of new names. The highlights are California for California, Flora Burn, Burton Bay for Kansas. Lots of great things. Smoked Apple for New York was probably my favorite. We're also going to institute Grillmas as a national holiday. Texas barbecue will now be a protected national treasure. And our tagline is, it's time to reclaim this nation, one grill at a time. So I hope that I can have your votes come November. We can just make this happen.
By the way,
I do want to throw out,
we're on the 47th.
I haven't actually won a barbecue. I haven't actually won a barbecue competition yet, so I guess I've got a couple years to go before this can become a thing. But
Hey, this starts
one
today.
day at a time.
This starts today. Let's get the grills fired up.
Oh, the last thing, the thing I forgot. All debates must happen at a cookout. So we have to be in an apron, grilling out while we debate political ideas, which doesn't really sound like a debate. It just sounds like a family cookout. But we'll leave that as it is.
So interesting story. I love it there. But going back to my social media that I'm trying to build, I do ad post about my business. I do.
How old are you? 5?
I do. I have shit all over my Facebook currently. But we do reels. We do funny office activities. We played Pictionary, and that went up today. I don't know if you guys saw that, but we do different things like that.
I'm trying to take over the country, Justin. I don't have time to watch Pictionary.
Maybe we drew a grill. I don't know. If you didn't take a guess, submit your guess now before they finish the drawing. So
okay.
we do advertising posts. We do informational posts. Do you guys think it would be better to stick with one direction, or is it good to have all of it? Like, I don't know if we
I
need to be
wasn't done with
consistent.
my list over here. Like you got off topic.
Well, didn't One Direction break up? So why would you stick with them?
I like it.
So you went
I just want to point
into
out my
the
wife is
next,
a middle school teacher, so that's why I know this stuff.
the next thing that AI tells us to do is your content strategy. So making high quality, consistent content, which you typically do, at least 3 to 5 times a week. Mix it up with images, videos, text posts, and educational posts. And make sure you're using hashtags and keywords.
I do not
That's
use
basically it.
hashtags. Why does AI think I should use hashtags? Is that not an old person thing?
For searchability.
It's a pound sign.
But whenever you search something, and you have that keyword in your, like, as a hashtag, it'll pull it up.
I need people to search for my name or
Well,
Patrick the
hashtag
Barbecue
your
King.
name. I don't know. What to?
So I'll be honest, I don't know the most about hashtags, so I did just kind of do a quick search in there, and a lot of it has to do with increasing your visibility, and just kind of piggybacking on trending topics. So I guess you can hashtag local events or something that's happening, and then throw Justin Etiquette bleep bleep on there and just kind of see what happens, you know. Or you could use maybe the name of your business, because I think that's actually compliant with our company. But it seems like that's kind of like, I mean, tag is in the name, so I guess I should have known that. But it's just kind of like a broad thing to kind of group you into something, so that if somebody's searching a hashtag at least similar, according to this, then you'll show up on their feed as they're scrolling through it.
Yeah.
In theory, according to what I just read.
Sounds
Donnie,
perfect.
do you have any more insight on your Facebook ad approach or content approach?
I think I'd actually be interested in hearing from Donnie, because he's made some commercials, he's made some actual ads, which is something we're prohibited from doing. So I think he probably has a better perspective on this.
What was it?
I love it. You caught him sleeping and asked him a question like directly, and then it was just blank.
Right? This is why
No, I think my audio's cutting out. I didn't hear half of any of that.
It's okay. You probably didn't miss much. No, I was just saying. Justin was asking about like social media strategies and stuff, and I said I'd be interested to hear from you, because you actually make ads for your business and kind of publish them. So maybe you can talk a little bit about how you come up with the ideas and stuff.
AI for the ideas anyway. But as far as the ads, I've researched some things on them, and you kind of have to stack ads. And I haven't done that yet. That's something I want to do. But you make like three to four different videos, but you put them in the same ad set, so that it rotates those, and then it also will, depending on which one in that ad set you want to set up for retargeting. So if somebody watches my first one, they interact with it. Once they interact with it, then it'll send them another one that will try to get them more interested. And I can't remember the exact names of what they call each one of those that you stack together. I know the first one is top of mind. You want something that keeps you top of mind to people. And then there were two or three other ones that I don't remember what what they called those particular ones, but one of them is for retargeting. So if somebody interacts with the first one, then it'll retarget them and send them another one that's different. But that is something that I would like to try that I have not tried. And you run that under, so on your ads, you pick how much you want to spend per day. And then under that one ad set, it'll show, like if you have 4 of them in that ad set, it'll show all 4 of those for that price per day. Just depending on who watches it or whatever, then it'll retarget with the other ones.
So it sounds like the stacking of the ads, just kind of taking what you're saying. The first ad is about the big debate me and Patrick were having earlier, where it was, if we was trying to gain followers, do your branding, and then your second one is going to be more of a targeted for lead generation. Your third one is kind of back to branding again, like you're mixing all of those strategies into your ad strategy. Is what it sounded like to me. Is that what you guys took out of it?
Yep.
So lead generation and branding kind of go together. The bigger followers you have, obviously, the more ads you're going to, people are going to see your ads organically as well without paying for it.
The other thing on social media, or as far as Facebook anyway, I don't know about the rest of them. Probably Instagram too, but if you have a business page, even if you have 5,000 followers, only 2% of your followers will actually see your post.
So
that's another reason that they say to run those ads all the time.
So we'll see your posts or your ads.
They will see your ads, but your posts, only 2% of your followers will see.
Okay, so if I wanted 1,000 followers, really I need 20,000 followers to make a difference.
Yeah.
Oh, I set my target too low.
Well, if you wanted 1,000 interactions, right? Is that what I heard?
No, he's talking about like seeing it, because it doesn't push it out to everybody.
Right.
I see.
Just, not necessarily interactions. It probably pushes it to the top 2% that typically interact with your stuff. So it's probably the same people that see your ads all the time, if that's how it does it. Because I know a lot of interactions is important. So like if Donnie interacted with my post, he's going to see my post every time or closer to it. And if Patrick never interacts with it, he's probably not even going to see the post that I'm putting out on my business page, unless he's actually looking for it.
Which is why I always forget to like your post.
Right there. Cool. Well, like I said before we started this, I'm on a strict time schedule because Taco Bell has chicken nuggets back, and I'm going to get some. Patrick, it's up to you, man. I think this is time for our rapid fire segment. What do we have today?
All right. So keeping with the same marketing theme, I'm trying to keep these to where we can all provide one-word answers.
One-word answers.
So,
awesome.
One-word answers. Maybe 2 if it needs to be, or compound words, we'll be lax with that. All right. So first off, what is one marketing trend you think is overrated right now?
I would go, I'll go first. I think one marketing trend that's overrated right now is going to be TikTok dances. I think it's overrated.
For sure. I agree with that. That was like 50 words, but I'll check. What about you guys?
I would go with TikTok in general myself.
Amen.
See, I think Instagram. I don't personally know anybody that gets on Instagram except for Carol.
She used more words than I did. I just want to point that out there.
Yeah. Y'all suck at this one-word answer.
What do you think? Hold on, before you move on. What is it, Patrick?
TikTok. I think TikTok's a waste of time.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Some of these, it didn't take my thing. Oh, here we go. What is one marketing tactic you believe is a must-have for every business, regardless of size?
Referrals.
TikTok.
Facebook.
I agree with referrals. Facebook, okay. All right. So if you can only use one marketing channel for the rest of your career, what would it be?
Brittany?
TikTok.
Right up until it gets banned, and then you can't market anymore.
My whole business plan is built around TikTok.
So I don't do a ton of this, but I'm going to say Google Ads because I think Google is a mainframe. Like, I think it's always going to be there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Facebook.
Well, then you need to
For me,
help
it's
me
Google
fix
Ads
my
as well.
Facebook. Like, we're in this together. All right, Patrick, let's get one more before we call it a close.
All right. So let's go with something fun here. All right. So I'm going to remove the word limit here. Let's see. Where did the thing go? I want to get the wording right. Okay. The wording's not gonna be right because I can't find it. But who do you think has the best tagline of all time, and what is it? For me, I'll start this off just to give you guys some time to think because I've had time to think about this. For me, it's Nike. I love the Nike one. Just do it.
I was
stop
just
complaining.
gonna say that.
Yeah,
you
like
said
just
it.
do it. Like, stop your whining, just do it. I also think, while you guys are still thinking, I think they have the best golf commercial ever. If we go back to like that early 2000s with Rory and Tiger, and they're just hitting the ball into all the different cups, talking trash to each other.
Yeah, no, I think Nike's good.
So this is what it's like when people just jump.
Okay, so currently where I am at, Taco Bell, Liv Moss. I'm going there next. I'm on my way.
I'm going to put you on the spot here, but can you translate that to English for us?
It's a great day at Taco Bell.
Oh my gosh.
Muchos gracias.
All right, Brittany, what you got?
No. I got nothing.
No taglines stick out in your head?
No. I even tried to like Google them and I was still like, these are stupid. Well, you can always go with I'm loving it from McDonald's.
There you go. That's all.
Do you have a tagline for your business, Brittany?
Yes.
And that's not your favorite? Cool. Moving on. Don't even believe in your business.
That's not your favorite either.
Donnie, what's your tagline?
I actually don't. I've been working on one. I
Don't
do
ask me
not.
what it is. I don't have any idea.
I do not have one. I want something to do with home comfort, but I haven't found exactly how I want it yet. I mean I've asked AI for some suggestions, and I haven't liked anything that it's come up with. So
My home comfort tagline is going to be like a Serta mattress, whatever they do. I'm going to count sheep.
You're ridiculous.
All right, and then our segment.
Mine is books that bewitch the heart. By the way, so you know.
Did you call Patrick a bad name?
Yeah.
Okay. Ending up today. Well, I guess we can do like a one sentence takeaway from everybody. I'm going to say I really want to focus on my Facebook, so I'm going to talk to Donnie. But my sentence is Facebook is important for branding as well as lead generation if done correctly, and you need to have a mix of both.
I think
I would go. Yeah, consistency for sure.
I'm going to say success is relative. The more success, the more relatives will look for you.
I don't know how that comes to this episode at all because we didn't talk about relatives, in-laws, nobody. Donnie visited his mother-in-law today. Was there all day. I'm sure he had a great time.
Hell yeah.
No, I saw this.
Yeah.
AI gave me this as one of the taglines, and I've been trying to figure out a way to work it in.
All right, for everybody that is listening at home, we'd like to invite you to submit your own pain points, and maybe we can discuss them and talk about them on the podcast. But next week, it's Donnie's turn. Donnie, what is your number one pain point that you would like our help on next week?
Number one pain point right at this moment would be
Patrick?
Patrick. Always Patrick.
I was gonna say help is a relative term here, so
I would say just getting my name out there in this new area. That is a really big pain point right now.
Well, tune
Can I
in
leave you
next
with
week.
one thought as we sign off?
What? Hold on. Tune in
If-
next week to see if AI can assist Donnie in getting his name out there, because we know we can't help. Patrick, what do you got to say to close us out?
If Donnie were to go rob a bank, free publicity.
Yeah, there you go.
You're going to have some good advice
Know what
coming
he
next
said.
week, Donnie. Be ready.